I'm Cheryl Ashurst. I'm with the Ashurst Cannon Team, and I'm here today to talk with you about the home selling process, the steps involved in selling your home in today's market. So with some prep work and some accurate information and an agent guiding you through the maze of selling, we can help you and we can give you the steps involved that you'll know what you need to do to have a successful closing. Step number one, decide, do I want to sell my home? Two factors basically looking at financially and emotionally. Financially, do you want to sell your home because you have a lot of equity or money is available for you to buy a bigger home or even smaller home that you're ready to move to a more desirable location? Is it a job relocation? If you look at that, your mortgage payoff, and call your bank or mortgage company and see what that payoff is, you can say, hey, yes, this does make sense, or it may not make sense. So that's one thing that you really need to consider before calling a realtor. The other thing is emotionally. There are a lot of people that will be coming through your home. You need to prepare your home for the market before that sign goes in the yard. There's a lot of things on the front end needs to be done. And you know, how busy are you? Can you tackle these things? Are you motivated to get these things done? Emotionally, can you handle it? It may be on the market for days. It may be on the market, depending on your location and your market, for weeks, possibly months. So, you know, financially and emotionally, step number one. Step number two is consult a realtor. Consult somebody that is knowledgeable on the market, your area, that you can trust, that you can talk with, that you can be honest with your goals and your expectations, and just have a discussion. Now, I meet with people all the time over the phone and in person, talking about, does it make sense? And I'll give you the negatives and the positives and give you the plain truth, the accurate information of the pros and cons about putting your house on the market today, tomorrow, in the future. No obligation, free consultation of just having that discussion first. So that's step number two. Step number three would be establish a price. Okay, how do you establish a price? Well, we do a comparative market analysis, which is considered a CMA. CMA is basically looking at the homes that are closest to your home, that's your competition, the ones that are currently contingent or pending under contract, and those homes that have sold in the last 180 days to 12 months. So we look at those, we look at the square footage, price per square foot sales, the days on the market, how long, list price to sales price ratio, a lot of statistics in determining that. But basically it comes down to four things on determining price. Location is huge, that's number one. Number two would be the comparable sales, what has sold that is closest to your home compared, like I said, a CMA. And what upgrades have you done? Have you put in hardwood floors or granite or new windows, or have you landscaped? Any upgrades that you've made to the house, any improvements, new roof, HVAC, heating and air, those things are a factor in pricing. And also the condition. How does it look? How does it show? How is it cluttered? All that kind of stuff that would determine a price. Okay, step number four is preparing your home for the market. This is really important to do on the front end before a sign goes in the yard and before a lockbox goes on your home. If you take care of those little things, and even if there's some big things, take care of those before you actually put it on the market. We have lots of suggestions. We have lots of resources to help you with that. We've got stagers that can help you stage your home, to help you with decluttering, cleaning up, repairs. We have a sheet that is a bullet sheet, how to prepare your home for a successful photo shoot. We do our own photos because we think it's important to talk with the seller about the story of their home, the updates that they've made, and the reason why they've loved living in the home and enjoyed the home. And we try to highlight that with a video, with photos, those special features that we can relay to a buyer. So they'll be excited about when they come through your home. It's clean, it smells good. They're not seeing any deferred maintenance, but it looks good and they're really excited, especially when they're comparing their home to maybe several others they've seen. Okay, step number 5. This is really the exciting day. Showtime. We're putting your house on the market. We're putting a sign in the yard and we're putting a lockbox on. It goes on the open market. Now, the open market is through MLS, multiple listing service. That's where agents can access your property. There are lots of websites that the public views that it will go on those websites, and social media is huge now. We're doing a lot of advertising and virtual open houses, virtual tours, photos, things to get a buyer's attention. So number 6 is showings. Showings are very important that we have it. Your house is easy to show. We can have appointment only. If it's a vacant house, it can be shown anytime pretty much. But now that we have coronavirus, that we are the new normal, there are protocol that we need to use that will be safe for the agent showing it, the buyer that's looking, and you, the homeowner, after they leave. That is going to be good as far as the procedure and the protocol on showing a home. We have electronic lock boxes that I can get feedback from. It's very important to get feedback and share that with you, the seller. There may be some feedback that you feel like, yes, I can take care of these objections, or some critical things said about the house that you can make a difference and tweak or do something about. There may be something that you really can't do anything about, but at least you know the feedback of why they did not put an offer in on your home. So it's a numbers game. It's getting the people to look at your home virtually and in person. 7, an offer. An offer comes in on your home, and most of the time it's emailed to me. We deal with offers electronically a lot now, and I can email you an offer. I can print it out and drop it off at your house. I have certainly met in person and gone over that offer as well. But an offer comes in, we look at the offer, the terms of the offer, your net, if you accepted the offer as written, if you want to counter, what that net would be, the terms of the offer. There are a lot of things that go into looking at the terms of an offer and the conditions that they're asking for. And that's just another step of the process that we go through and communicate and look at what makes sense to you. What can you live with? What can be something that we can negotiate and come to an agreement. Okay, step number 8 is the fact that we've got an executed contract. All parties have agreed upon everything in the negotiating part of the offer, so now it becomes a contract, an executed contract. All parties have initialed off on every item of change and agreement, and they have signed it. So now we have a contract, so we start the process. I have a checklist that goes over everything now that we have an executed contract of processing that to get it to closing. And we go to the next step, which is step number 9, the hustle. I call step number 9 the hustle because truly it really is a hustle sometimes. It could be time factors, it could be a lot of things that seller may be looking for another house to move into, that they are looking at that timeline, and just a lot of factors of living life and dealing with everything going on in their life and getting to the closing. So the house goes under contract. While it's under a final contract, we're looking at what mortgage company they're working with, what time frame we're working with, kind of a game plan. Okay, step number 10 is the inspection. Most times a buyer will have a physical inspection of the property, and in the contract there's an inspection period in there that the buyer pays for a professional home inspector, and it's contingent upon the buyer's review of that home inspection. They may come back, most of the time they'll come back with a list of items that may be deficient items that that inspector has found with the property that needs to be addressed. They're requesting for those items to be repaired or addressed in some way. It's my responsibility. An agent helps you walk through that process to see what items that you will agree to repair, not repair, have checked out. That's another part of the hustle factor too, to get you through this inspection period where we can come to another meeting of the minds and an agreement on removing that inspection contingency. Okay, step number 11. This is probably the most exciting step because this is closing day. This is what all these previous steps have worked up till the closing day. We're closing remotely, we're closing by mail, and we're closing in person. So things have changed quite a bit in real estate in a short amount of time. But we use a real estate attorney that specializes with residential real estate. And there are many good real estate attorneys in the area that we have relationships with that cross their T's, dot their I's, and they provide the necessary information to transfer clear title and ownership from the seller, the seller, to the buyer. So we want all parties happy at that closing table, the seller to receive their check and from proceeds, and the buyer to receive the keys and the title and ownership, and they're happy to move in your house. But just a quick note, we're producing more YouTube programming and information to give out there because real estate is really changing, and we are trying to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on in the real estate market and in your area. I would love to talk with you. Please leave me any questions, direct message, call, email, text, and we're here to help. We want you to know, no obligation, we're here to help answer your real estate questions and your real estate needs. The Ashurst Cannon Team, and I'm Cheryl Ashurst. Thank you.